I am 1 month away from graduating art school, and for those of y'all new, hello, my name is Britt Park. I'm currently a senior at USC studying art and communications, but we'll talk about the communications part. And in honor of me graduating, I wanted to make an artist storefront where I sell iconic pieces that I've made throughout my entire artistic journey in college. And the first thing I'm selling is 75 of these little ceramic tigers that played off of a larger piece that I did previously. Almost 1 year ago to the day, I made a 6.5 foot tall ceramic tiger that was the centerpiece for my first art show ever, so there's a lot of sentimental value there. Also, it was the first piece that was ever collected by someone, which I really appreciate. Shout out David Maxwell, the homie David. I've been talking about so many serious, traumatic, potentially topics, but after making that tiger, I immediately opened myself up to the possibility of adding humor into my work and finding a lot of value in mixing joy in with deeper topics. For all my ceramic nerds out there, I use Long Beach clay. It has a really nice texture, a really nice feel. When it's fired to about cone 10, the ceramic turns almost into stoneware. Not actually like stoneware, but just the feel of it is very, she's just elevated, she's rustic a bit. It's a fun vibe. It was a long, laborious process trying to make so many small tigers, but it was super fun and super rewarding, honestly. It was just nice to see my art in a different scale, one that I could actually hold. It made it a lot cuter, it made it a lot more approachable, and I might do smaller scale works in the future. Also, I wanted to make them smaller so that they could be more affordable for people. I want my art to be as accessible as possible. And so I'm not calling this like a product necessarily, I'm calling this more of like an artwork. So everyone who purchases it will instantly become an art collector. Like that, babes, like that. I was cramming these things in like nobody's business. I was grinding them out, y'all. I was moving at the speed of light, which honestly may seem very slow because it was a very meticulous process to put each one together, but I got better and better after each tiger. The reason I spent so much time on these is because I wanted to make as many ceramic tigers as I could before the wet clay deadline. In my studio, that just means that there's no more building, no more throwing. Everything has to turn into bisqueware, and then after that you can only glaze for the rest of the semester. So I was putting in the work. And let me just talk about this right now and get it out of the way, because I know some of the new girlies here will have a lot of questions as to why there is a PP. I've said this before, I'll say it again. There's no need to get offended by a little PP here. This is the most reduced form a PP could ever be. It could be a tail through its legs, for all you know. Well, actually it couldn't because there's a tail in the back, but it's just there. These tigers are just existing. They're having fun. They're doing their own little thing. These are queer tigers that are resilient and refuse to back down under the heteronormative regime. They're having a jolly good time, not worrying about what anyone thinks about them, expressing their sexuality however they want to be, because we are all about sexual liberation here. And beyond that, everyone's acting like middle schoolers don't draw peepees on each other's papers like every single day. Friends paper here, friends paper there, bathroom stall here, school wall there. But then all of a sudden, when it's shifted into a more like tangible form, especially related to topics of queerness, it gets offensive. I wonder why. I wonder why, babe. But I do understand why it could be jarring for some. But for others, if you get it, you get it. And if you don't, you don't. And I hope y'all get it. And I hope y'all purchase it. I've been in the studio for about 3 hours now. I was just grinding out a bunch of different tigers so I'd be able to sell them. I look crazy, I'm so tired. It's 1 a.m. and I really don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, babe. All I know is that I had some really nice alone time in the studio. It was good. I just listened to some SZA, listened to some Claro, watched the Just Trish podcast, you know, just the usual. And now I'm just gonna clean up and go home. I don't know exactly where I'm giving the explanation for what the art monster is and how I use it and employ it through these tigers, but basically these tigers are not supposed to be super fresh and polished. They're supposed to be ugly, they're supposed to be textured, they're supposed to have character and individuality to each one, even though I am going through like the same kind of mechanical step-by-step process of attaching each limb, hand, claw, etc. in the same order. They're all just super unique from one another. I really hope you all enjoy them and that my drop goes well. I have no idea. I've never made like a drop like this before, and so I'm super nervous but also excited for it. I think I'll have 50 tigers to sell, and then any extras I have I'll just give away to some friends of mine. And in terms of the launching process, I have a lot of things coming out. I have 3 things coming out mainly. 1, the tigers, of course. 2, I am working with an app developer. He and I met like a long time ago, but then he took 2 gap years at USC, reached out to me and was like, hey, I'm trying to make a sticker app and like I think your cartoons will look great on them. Like, let's just collab on something. So we're making a sticker app right now. He's doing all the developing. I'm making all like the GIFs and static images that could be uploaded onto the platform. And we're gonna make the GIFs about 99 cents, I think like $1 basically. And we're splitting it 50-50. I'm just gonna try to promote the crap out of it, see what happens. Maybe it blows up, maybe no one will download it. No clue. I think my expectations for this graduation sale, I wanna say are super high. I wanna say I'll sell out, babe, because I believe in each product. But, I mean, there's of course like the doubt running in your head being like, oh my god, this is gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, it's gonna be a flop. But hopefully not. And then the last thing are the photo cards, but I think I already explained that to y'all. If not, I'll just insert a little explanation for y'all right now. But for the 5th time, I'm gonna clean up and then head back home. Yeah, I look crazy. I look crazy. I'm in the painting studio right now. I'm organizing some of my drawings from before. I reorganized these drawings like multiple times, but they always get mishmashed somehow. I wonder why. I'm reorganizing them because I might have studio visits soon. Open studios for school is coming up as well. And I am just cleaning my studio up a bit so it's presentable because I have Haley and Sydney coming over just to check things out. Haley and Sydney are amazing ceramicists, sweetest and kindest people ever, and their work is phenomenal, so I'm really excited to hang out with them today. We'll probably go to a couple galleries together. They have their own show opening at Think Space, which is a really nice gallery, not like any more than 10 minutes away from here, which is great. So that's what we're doing today. I might sell these drawings as well, so I have to organize them for inventory for my shop when it opens. I was looking over at like the schedule for firing in ceramics for these drawings, how they're turning out. And I'm gonna have a drop each week. So I think this next drop coming up will be the ceramic tigers that are super tiny. Then I'm gonna have the sticker pack that I'm making with Ethan. Then after that, I'll have my drawing sell. And then after that, I'll have like everything else on sale. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure if I'm giving people like buyer's fatigue or consumer fatigue, but I'm just trying to make it so like it's all poppin', it's all crazy. Because in my brain too, like if people have like 5 different options to buy things and they're all there at the same time, then maybe people won't buy them. I'm not really sure. I'm trying to spread things out, make it more digestible for people. Because if I put out the drawings, the sticker pack, the ceramic tigers, and etc. all out at the same time, it might be a bit much. If it's much for me, it's a ton for other people, so I won't make y'all go through that. But I will be dropping the ceramic tigers later this week, so stay tuned. Okay? Okay. This is me hanging out with Sydney, Haley, and Alec. It was such a fun time. We went to one of the Roski chapels, quote unquote, which is just like a mini gallery space outdoors. Did some chalk graffiti. It was a fun time. We each did a little character. Then I head back to the painting studio and did a wash of this nice greenish blue. I wanted to start a new painting. This is not related to the TikTok. This is not the TikTok shop. This is not related to the shop that I'm opening at all. I just wanted to make a painting to get it out of my system. I have not painted in so long, and by so long I mean like a couple weeks. I've made so many paintings with cartoon characters, and while all those felt authentic, didn't want to put a cartoon character in this one because I didn't feel like it needed it. Also, if I don't think it needs something and then I just add it and throw it on, then it turns into a gimmick when I don't think this cartoon character is a gimmick. Every time I draw a cartoon character, know that I believe in it and I like it and it has to be there because I want it to be there. This did not need that, and so I didn't want it to be authentic. I didn't want to bleed into that territory, so I just did this little figure, these little figure moments that references a performance piece that I did earlier, and I beef her up a bit later, so stay tuned for that. She's fun, she's fresh, she's kind of goofy. Back to finish up this painting. I'm not really sure what else I need to do with it. Like sometimes I look at these things and I'm like, this looks better than a finished product. So I'm trying not to touch it too much, but definitely add some more layers. Also, apparently it's admitted students day today, and high schoolers really scare the shit out of me. No, high schoolers are so scary, so I'm trying not to like see anyone because I'm afraid they're gonna like bully me. You know what I mean? Like when people are like, oh my god, like the scariest thing in the world is not like a monster, it's not Frankenstein, it's not da 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 da. It's a group of high schoolers. That's how I feel. So I'm protecting my peace and staying in the studio and hopefully finishing this shit up. That's it, that's that bit. Also, this is really embarrassing, but it wasn't until I watched this back in real time that I thought it was sped up. I just throw stuff around. I never knew that I was a messy painter. I mean, of course I knew that my setup was messy and dirty, but my professors are like, wow, like, you're really aggressive with it. And I was like, oh, you know, whatever, babe, like, I just do me. But now I'm watching this back, and it's actually aggressive and concerning. To be fair, I was listening to Charlie XCX's new song, Club Classics. Yes, ma'am. And it was a bop. It was a bop and a half. So good. Highly would recommend. Yeah, I just started mixing stuff up. Another little sin I must confess. I did take this palette knife off of someone else's tray. They weren't in the studio. I was missing a little palette knife. But I did tell them after I borrowed it, like, oh, I'm super sorry about that. And the gag of it all was that when I told them the next day that I was borrowing their palette knife, they were like, oh my god, totally, girl. Like, I stole it too. Crazy. it's just a community. We're just a community. Everyone's borrowing each other's stuff. It's chill. A little gamso here, you give a little gesso for someone there. We're all close with each other. So I didn't feel bad, but I felt really bad. Anyways, this is what the painting looked like after a little bit of touch-ups. I actually deepened a lot of the values, but it looks shiny in the video because of the glare from the light. I fixed it up later though. Trust.
So you don't see how that is so much worse.
It's good, right?
That made you bad in the first place.
I see it.
After hanging out with Hera, I went back into the ceramic studio to do some cone 10 glazes. Really fun, really fresh stuff. I just got some damn buckets out, the blue buckets, and started dipping the tigers in. And after each dip, I had to make sure the glaze wasn't thick over, you know, the holes, the eye holes, the mouth holes. So I went with the back of a thin paintbrush and cleared out some of the glaze if it did get overfilled. Then I just repeated the entire process over and over and over again with different glazes. Now when you order your ceramic tiger, because I know y'all will eat it up, Saturday 12 p.m. PST, April 13th, yes ma'am. It is a mystery tiger. You have no idea which one you're gonna get. You have no idea which rarity of glaze you're gonna get. Some glazes are much rarer than others. Most of them are this red Tashino that I love and I'm absolutely obsessed with. But others are fun Yamagama purple. I think that's how you pronounce it. Some of them are green. Some of them are blue. Oh my god, girl. It's just fun. It's just playful. I am so beyond excited to release these tigers and I hope y'all can feel my excitement through the screen. I have never dropped anything like this before, especially 50 items, which is kind of crazy. Like 50 items is a lot of damn items. Like, but I am going for gold. I'm building my little army of tigers. We're putting them on the shelf and I have fingers crossed that we'll sell out. I really hope we do. That's the goal. One last time, these ceramic tigers, 50 of them are going on sale for $25 Saturday, April 13th, 12 p.m. PST. Do not miss it. It's the event of the century, babe. And this is just one of 4 drops that are happening until my graduation day. Babes, it's a vibe. It's so fun. I'm so excited. And I'm working really hard on those gifts for all of y'all. I cannot tell you how badly I want to just live my life after graduation, have my own artist studio, just paint my heart away, make sculptures, have found object works, just go absolutely nuts. And all the money that is raised from these little ceramic tiger sales and the future drops will go directly into helping me fund that dream. I super appreciate it and I always appreciate the support that y'all gave me. Even those who aren't able to actually buy a tiger, even though there is international shipping, you heard that right. I completely understand, and y'all just simply watching this video, commenting or liking it helps me just as much. Almost. Like, not $25 in that. I'm kidding. I genuinely would not have gotten into art school if it wasn't for y'all. I would not have been motivated enough to reapply after getting rejected by every single art school I applied to, which y'all already heard that story so many times, me ranting on and on about how I was rejected. Oh, it just feels so good. It just feels so good. And I'm finally betting on myself by putting these tigers out and just seeing how y'all receive it, seeing what you like. And I can make a video on how excited I am. Like, it's just awesome. It's just freaking awesome. And I'm so beyond appreciative for every single one of you. And I will have a comment pinned at the top of this video on where to go for the shop. But I have more immediate and live updates on my Instagram account, which y'all should follow at Brett Paint. We're popping over there. Oh my god, the girlies are finally catching on is what's happening. Truly, honestly, actually, literally, possibly, actually, babes, the girls have finally caught on that I'm posting good ass content on there. That I'm posting what you need to see, what you want to see, what you will eat up and devour. So follow me on there. But with all that being said, if you like the video, like the video. If you find comment, critique, or joke to share, comment down below. And if you like me, my art, want to follow my journey as an art student in LA, you can subscribe. It's a fun time here. And I think that's the end of the video, y'all. That's the end of the video.